Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 2019 Thanksgiving Black Friday Banterthon. My name is Jan Gustafsson. As it says on the screen, I'll kick this off, but just for 2 hours. Then we'll hand it over to, I think, the trusted, beloved, well-respected, international master, Lawrence Trent. So, without further ado, you guys know the rules. If you're a Chess24 Premium member, challenge Dr. Banterthon. No, the account name is Banterthon. Should be on screen somewhere, but it's not. Banterthon. Like here. To a 5 or 3 minute blitz game. And if you're not yet a premium member, we have this exciting Black Friday promotion, which gives you 40% off everything. I know. Crazy times we're living in. I don't even know what Black Friday is or Thanksgiving. Is that the thing where Americans go to see their families and eat turkey and then get into a heated argument with their uncle about sports or politics? Is that the thing? Wow, Pramod is here. Pramod NVS in the chat. How you doing, Pramod? How's family life treating you? While I'm playing the first game against Identity. And I believe Banterthon's Identity should be closely tied to the two knights tango. So here we go. Knight f3, that's a good move. Stopping e5. So I'm going to have to be humble. Play e6. Hope to get a bad version of the Nimzo Indian. That's the problem with the two knights tango. It does not make a whole lot of sense. Because after knight c3 you have nothing better than bishop b4, after which whatever. Bishop d2 or queen c2. Pretty good for white. He went bishop g5, I went h6. Hoping to get more jumping in after bishop h4, g5, bishop g3, knight e4. But he takes on f6, which is more humble. Giving me a bishop so early. No, black should be okay. I might return the bishop favor at any point. But maybe I can double his pawn, so get something good done while I'm at it. So, what's going on? Are those guys already watching, the 5 of you? Are you Europeans that are up early, or are there any wasted Americans? Fresh of a day of watching the National Football League. I don't know. I think it might just be me. Pramod has all kinds of specific questions. Is there a YouTube stream? I would guess so. We are using this restream technology, which I think streams it out to all the places on the internet. That's how it's been described to me. It's everywhere on the internet. Marco Hahn is saying wasted Americans. Wow. Hang in there. All right, Identity. Let's pin you just a little bit. He castles, I can do more pinning. And Identity from Norway is in trouble. Probably will start regretting they didn't have his coffee yet. Because watch it, Tietian. I'm threatening the very simplistic bishop takes f3. After which he can't take with the queen because the bishop would drop. So he would have to take with the pawn, which positionally would not be very pretty. Knight e7, knight g6, knight f4. It's gonna be tough, Identity. I even have time, maybe I have time to bring the horsey around first. Knight e7, knight g6. There's troubles. Bishop f3 was good, but I got tempted to chase even bigger gains by transferring the knight immediately. Not sure if that was correct, frankly. Alright, so the knight is in place. Now, what is next? Let's say he goes queen e3, which he does. I could go bishop h3, trying to show off. End of thought. Once again, might not be a good move for something clinical like knight h3 or bishop f3 and rook d2. Might be better, but let's do this. Debacle is saying, good morning, Jan. I have 5 minutes before work, so Banterthon is on. That is excellent usage of your time. Who needs coffee or showers or brushing their teeth before work if there is Banterthon? Appreciate it, Debacle. Torquemadita is saying, in 36 hours, I think I defeat 5 masters. I doubt it. Torquemadita. Double Reverse is asking, is there a schedule for this 36-hour stream somewhere? I don't know, but it's all in my head. So let me tell you, it's me, 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. Whatever time zone I'm in. Central European time. Then, 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., it's the Lawrence Trent Show. For those of you who haven't heard of Lawrence Trent, I understand. Then, from 4 p.m. till 10 p.m., it's the Play Magnus All-Stars. Our Norwegian friends, Sebastian Mikhailov, will be in charge. Very funny young man. Then, from 10 p.m. till 5 a.m., it's a tough shift. It's Laurent Fressinet, Mon Ami Français. From 5 a.m. till 10 a.m., it's me again. That's a Saturday. Then 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., Jon Ludvig Hammer. These Norwegians, they get all the good day shifts. He's taking over. 4 p.m. till 6 p.m., Fressinet. 6 p.m. till 8 p.m. It's me again. That is the plan. Alright, I won the first game. Banterthon off to a great start. So let's ruin it by playing someone too fast, too strong, too early. Mr. Kitty87 from France. Wow, must be the only person awake in France right now. Kitty87, what are you doing up so early? And we are playing a good old-fashioned Italiano. I studied the Italiano a lot for this Chessable series I've been doing. And I still don't have a clue. It's complicated. But I figured it's not that complicated if you just do these moves against everything. Go d6, a6, bishop a7, castles. What else is there? Rook e8, h6, blah, blah, blah. And you're solid. I think instead of queen d7, I was supposed to go d5. But hard to keep everything in my tiny head. Yeah, I think d5 was the move, a bit more active. In general, I'm not too concerned about getting mated in such positions. You usually have knight e7, exchanging one of the knights. Then if the other one dares to come over with knight h4, you usually have knight g8, keeping the king's side sort of locked up. Alright, shall I provoke him into knight g7 or shall I not? Knight g7, king g7. Knight f5, king h7, queen g4, f6, queen h5. That's me trying to calculate at 8 a.m. A rare and not pretty side. Well, let's have him do the thinking. Come on. Oh, it's also a 3-minute game. Therefore, speeding up is of the essence. Unless I get mated by knight g7 now, which would be most unfortunate. Usually, this is a decent setup. Even though I mistimed everything here, he also has queen g4, after which I have to think. Because g6, there's knight takes h6. And I can either play on a pawn down, or have things get real messy. With g6, knight h6, f5 doesn't look like it works. And queen g4, f6, I'm not very fond of. So yeah, don't try this at home. Go d5 instead of queen d7. He goes queen f3, which looks more humble. I guess I can go g6. No, I don't see why not. So yeah, we're switching to more normal play. And by normal play, I mean retreating all my pieces to the most passive possible squares. But knight e8 looks like it makes some sense. It covers f7. I'm preparing c6 if the horsey jumps here, which it does. So I hope there was some sense to this. Frederick Ryan is asking, how do I sign up for the Banterthon? Just challenge the account that I'm playing under. The screen name is here. It's called Banterthon. And there you are. That's all the signing up you have to do if you are a premium member on good old Chess24. Ending? You decide. Still not better, unfortunately, if he takes and plays b4. Comfortable, but probably not better, which is really a great pity. Plays b4, big champion of chess. I'll go d5. Oh, he went Fe. That came as a surprise. But okay, how bad can d5 be anyway? e4 looks a little weakening, I would say. Maybe it's still not too bad for him. But there could be scenarios where I'm a bit better now because of the pawn structure. Let's bring the king. You too, huh? I will play h4. I can read you like a kiddie book. No, I'm not that great at reading. Trying to fix his pawns up a bit here while I'm winning on time, let's face it. But I have a legitimate claim to some pressure now. The problem is I always bungle whatever mild pressure I might have had while I was winning on time, which sometimes is sad, but it's the nature of the beast. You challenged to a 3-minute game. Good game against Kitty87. Yeah, messed up the move order a little early on, I think here. I'm supposed to go d5. And then after queen d7, knight f5, I guess I should just exchange one knight with knight e7. And then after knight h4, do this usual routine, king h7, and knight g8 and g6. Anyway, thanks for the game, Kitty Boy. Mr. Chow says, so no Magnus, that's a bit of disappointment. Yeah, sorry, the guy probably has stuff to do. I think that saves you the next 36 hours waiting for him, Mr. Chow, 274654. Let's play somebody else. What about this guy? LAF 2019. From Canada. Do you guys have Canadian Thanksgiving? Oh, that's at a different time than American Thanksgiving, right? d4, knight f6. It's time for the Trompovsky. e6, knight d2. He plays bishop e7. I guess I'll push. Knight d2 is, as usual, bit of a random move, but preparing e4, so how bad can it be? I guess he's gonna play some e5, and we'll get a long, boring maneuvering game. I'll try to spice it up a bit by playing f4. I'm not sure about that. And Kitty87 has to go to work as well. Have a fun work day, Kitty. Thank you for the game. Mr. Dodgy is throwing out his trademark clever puns early in the morning. Or maybe not, maybe he's just feeding us information. He's saying Canadians have please and Thanksgiving. Is that a play on the fact that Canadians are supposed to be polite? I don't really know any Canadians, but I'm still convinced that Canadians and Australians are the best people out there. LAF 2019. F6, asking for trouble. But you can still play F5, so it's probably not too bad. I'll see if he wants to follow through with the trouble asking. Looks like he does. Maybe I should have gone DE, not to allow knight G5. But this looks nice for me. The bishop on C8 is not really a willing participant in this game. And as you know, in the day and age we're living in, being a willing participant is more important than ever. That didn't sound creepy, did it? So, LAF 2019. Should be in trouble here. Bishop F7 wins the exchange. I'm wondering if I could aim for more. And probably the answer is no. Ugh. So dull though. All banter and no play makes Jan a dull boy. Yep, that's a Star Wars reference for the younger viewers. Pramod MVS is asking, aren't Germans nice? Were you speaking about Eric Hansen? No. He's a horrible person, first of all. And secondly, that's true, I kind of know him. So I do know like maybe 2 Canadians. But I was just speaking about Canadians in general. Without knowing any, I have the impression that those are the best people. And regarding Germans being nice, I'm not sure that's how the rest of the world thinks of Germans, Pramod. Germans are, I don't know. I'm not sure there's anything right I can say. I would guess, yeah. I don't think Germans are that nice, but not for the reasons you think. Germans are too functional. Is that a word? Like, look at the way they dress. It's all function. No style. Yeah, not necessarily excluding myself. But yeah, I don't know. I guess Germans are nice, but not as nice as Canadians or Australians. We don't have as good healthcare. Boom! Took the Canadian queen. Do they have a queen in Canada? Nah, I don't think so. Maybe Robin Scherbatsky. Yeah, another data reference. Thanks for the game, LAF 2019. Let's play Your Highness, even though he's challenging at a time control. That is borderline cheating. 3 minutes plus 2 seconds. How can you flag with increment? It's very tough. Corella is saying, Gustafsson would be funny if he wore pixie ears. That's a great idea, Corella. Thank you so much for weighing in. Kennedy Patzer saying, didn't I start off meaning late 13th century foolish, ignorant, frivolous, senseless? I thought just meant unattractive as a potential mating partner. Speaking of mating partner, Your Highness, I'd like to mate you. But yeah, you're a nice guy, is not what you want to hear as a guy usually, right? I normally told I'm an asshole. I'm not sure that's what you want to hear. But probably better than nice guy. I don't know. I could grab this bishop. Knight ce2 is what some of these funky, what's the opening called? Verisov people play. Then to play some c3, but I never saw the appeal to any of it. And I'm being told to check my WhatsApp. What's up on my WhatsApp? Is my sound off? Or worse, is my hair off? F3 played. I don't really need to take just yet because the bishop is not running away. G4, so aggressive, Your Highness. Pramod MV is saying, first time heard the Australians are nice. No, Australians are all nice. That's a well-known fact. Tell that to Svidler. He's too nice. He doesn't like the Aussies cricket time, in particular. Not the proudest square. For my horsey. Well, what can you do? Your Highness playing well. Your Highness, is that the... Who's in that movie? The James Franco Weed Smokers movie? I think it is, right? Your Highness? I've never seen it. I'm not sure if it's James Franco. I think it is. Keeps putting pressure. At some point, I need to bring back this knight. Well, it's not really putting a lot of pressure. But trying to be nice here. I'm not Australian or Canadian, but I'm trying. Now F5 for you, sir. Long term, this position should be very good for me. My knight will come to some good square eventually. Whatever square that may be. I want to keep this bishop just a little longer. Not sure this is the final destination after b3. The knight will probably have to continue his journey through the wilderness. So what's Your Highness gonna do? Probably knight d3. I'll go back. No, some knight e5, or what are we up to? Knight f2, hoping for a move repetition. That is not happening, sir. Well, yeah, I did something wrong. Probably knight b6 was not ideal. This is certainly far from ideal. Oh boy. In trouble again. After expertly misplacing all my pieces, I'm gonna have to, go for shady tricks. Nice pre-move, by the way. Queen c4. Queen b6 is the plan. Genius. Wake up. Dath Kata is asking, this is only from premium. I guess you mean for premium. Yeah, everybody can watch, of course. But in order to play, you have to be a premium member. And what better time than now, where there's 40% off. I don't think there's any 50% off promotions coming. So cash in now. Home Shopping Europe in the building. Finally, you managed to confuse your highness. And your highness resigns after a tough fight. Thank you for the game. Let's keep this going. ABN. ABN, are you there? Eat Cheese 1410 is saying, how's your wife? Excellent, thank you so much. Are reading a different chat, you. Yes. Little Spoiler saying, Svidler was right. Steve and the rest of those cheaters should have been banned for life. Regards, an Aussie. Well, that was the only funny thing that ever happened in cricket, or the only thing I ever heard of. The sandpaper incident, that was great stuff. In general, I'm pro banning cheaters for life. What are we doing here? We're playing the Borlin? How did I do that? Okay. What's done is done, I guess. D5 is what the cool kids play here. But I shall be humble. Put the pawn one foot forward only. Play D6. Then try to reshuffle the knight to G6. And then take it from there. Dodger is saying all the cool kids are on the Twitch chat. What about Weiswurst? He's saying 2 chats. That's a pretty cool statement. And he's saying, okay, then I am in the right place. I don't think so, Weiswurst. I think you're one of the cool kids. Where's my coffee? ABN, so aggressive. I don't know theory here. I guess I'm not supposed to take. Usually you're not supposed to take that early. Knight BD2. Now sometimes you could make a case for taking. But I don't wanna. I guess he'll go bishop f1. Bishop a4. Right, that's allowed. But I thought f1 might be a better square. Rook a8 just to keep an eye on e4. Should probably put this bishop on c2 to keep an eye on it too. And what am I supposed to do? h6 is sort of a standard move. I'm somewhat worried, not very worried about knight c4 then. Bishop c7, de5, which looks a little dull. And again, little dull is what they used to call me in kindergarten. So let's do this. He goes knight f1, also a legitimate move. And at some point I'm gonna have to think long and hard about what to do. I think d5 is often sort of a simplifying idea here, but do I want to simplify? Nah. Bishop e6 is probably wrong. Like, strategically speaking, I think I should do something more direct. But instead, I will try to lure him into d5, bishop h3, with hopefully a devastating attack. Or maybe less hopefully, just a piece down. But I'm putting my money on devastating attack. Let's do this, ABN. ABN AMRO. Not biting yet. The thing is, if he ignores me and I go a5 and he plays a move like bishop e3, I'm not exactly sure how much I achieved with all these empty attacking gestures. We'll find out, I guess. There we go. ABN is playing well. Jan not playing as well. So tempted to take on h3. Problem is, it might lose. Okay, I'll do it anyway. This does not look correct, boys and girls, so don't try this at home. Or anywhere, really. I'm just trying to change the course of a game that has not been going in my favor, because he's played very well, but I have nowhere close to enough attacking potential on this side of the board to justify all this aggression. I'm not really making it better. Instead of making it better, keep making me ill. Stupid position. Yeah. Down on the clock too. This will be an uphill watch battle against ABN AMRO. If I could spot one trick at least. Just one. Bishop g2 looks a little too cautious, even for me. ABN, you're probably still better, but why give me that pawn? There was no need to give that pawn away. I wasn't really threatening anything. Oof, this is giving me a new lust for life. 3 pawns for the piece. Still kind of worse, but really so much better than it used to be. And ABN is starting to feel the heat. He's from the UK, so it's probably 8 a.m. where he is. Queen a3. You know what? Let's exchange this bishop of yours. Because I was told that with opposite color bishops, the side that has an attack is doing well. So I'm just hoping that I'm the side that has an attack. It's not really based on any pieces in the attacking area. It's just, a hope-based assumption. Note to self, don't blunder any knight e7s. Area 51 is saying, hi all, hi Jan, hi Area 51. And Mr. Dodger is asking, how long is this game? The knight has been on f5 for 20 minutes. Is this another of these correspondence 3+2 games? I think it was some filthy increment game, no? Wasn't that the problem with it? Come on, no checkmating me. I'm supposed to checkmate you. He doesn't know how this is supposed to go down. That's just silly. A delightful surprise for ABM. His king has to come out and play. Queen g4. That's not gonna work. Played a good game, but then so close to the end. He made a fatal mistake. Here, queen h2, I would guess white is still better. Knight g4, queen h4, and I couldn't really see any threats. But thanks for the game, ABN. Enjoy. I guess your work day. I guess it's not a holiday. Anywhere outside of the USA. Shlomo 122 is saying, cool kids always take, never give. I don't know. I've been told that giving can be more rewarding than taking. And I watched this movie Taken. Didn't look like taking worked out well for the takers. So there's evidence supporting that theory. Did you guys know that in Germany we don't call the movie Taken Taken? But instead of giving it some random German title like we usually do, they thought Taken is too complicated for German audiences, so let's call the movie 96 Hours. I don't know, maybe it was based on maybe people want to see 127 hours and then they will erroneously watch 96 hours instead. But other than that, was he even in Paris for 96 hours? I'm used to German titles, but the 96 Hours one greatly confused me. Well, Bor Krishna is trying to greatly confuse me with the Albans counter gambit, but I've seen crazier. Pramod MVS is saying something like 200 odd banter blitzes, few banterthons, some guest shows, so many video series and live commentaries, opening clinics. Is that my body of work, Pramod, or what are we talking about? Work. But Bor Krishna, by the way, is playing well here for his pedestrian rating. But making very sensible moves. Mr. Dodgy is saying he's reading your IMDb page. I think it's time. It's time to lie and cheat my way into Hollywood. Like Errol Flynn. Another great... Was he Australian? I listened to... What's this show called? The Dollop, I think? Where they talked about Errol Flynn. That was shocking. Errol, you've been up to a lot of shady stuff. Who knew? Well, Bor Krishna is playing much better than me. Bor Krishna, let's get this straight. You're 12-13. I'm the mighty Banterthon. I'm 3-1-67. You're not supposed to completely outplay me. Just so you know. And Danger Mo 5 is saying everyone knew. I was not aware of the Errol Flynn situation. Hmm. Vol Krishna has played a great game here, but now he might have ended up in a little pin. These pieces all of a sudden don't look so happy. So how do I cash in? I could take here, rook a3, rook c4, rook b3, rook c7. Now that's not enough. I could go knight c5. They'll probably grab some material. Yeah, okay, let's not overthink it. I did miss bishop takes c5. Oh boy. I should have overthought it, but maybe I should also not have underthought it. Now, Bal Krishna, you're in business. This could be your chance to do something special. And by to do something special, I mean win a Banter Blitz game. I've lost to like 1400 before, but 1213 might be, that could be, the lowest rated player to ever defeat the mighty Banterthon. Bishop a3, by the way, might have been checkmate. Just a side note here. He offered a draw, but you know how I feel about accepting draws when I have the potential to win on time. Stop offering draws, Bal Krishna. It's not going to happen. The first draw offer was fine. The second one too many. Those are the rules. Knight c5, in hindsight, was... Well, we have a lot of people coming up, but one of the bigger blunders you can make in such a position. Next stop, h7. Made it. Oops. Cunning. Bal Krishna lost on time. Great game. Very well played. And yeah, knight c5, not my proudest moment. Then again, I've had worse moments. And better moments. That's probably the lower middle. Anyway, thanks for the game. Let us keep this going. What about good old Freddie Ryan? He must be wasted. He's American. Plays d4. Horse out. Oh, it's my one annual Grunfeld game. Frederick. Is Rhine after the German river Rhine? I would guess you would call that the Rhine, no? Or is it after the spearman Rhino? Nah, that's unlikely. And I apologize for that comment. Made in bad taste. I'm deeply sorry. Pramod MVS is saying there are gonna be prouder moments. I'm not sure, Pramod. Whenever you think you hit rock bottom, then someone tells you, can only go up from here. I've never believed that. You could stay there, and very often, rock bottom is also a deeper bottom than you think. Can't take the pawn. Computers normally don't like taking this pawn, but I really like pawns. Might just lose. Just losing would be too much. Show me the money, Freddy. Ready, Freddy? Probably just bishop h6 is good compensation, but I'll take and c6 and sit on the pawn. Literally. Fungy44 is saying, do you speak English? Because I think it's Dutch or Russian or something right now. It is Russian. You have a very good ear, Fungy44. Thanks for weighing in. I do speak Russian, indeed. So, Frederick Ryan did take and play bishop h6, which looks very sensible. I would guess that he has full compensation, but I'm not sure I'm worse here. Knight to d7, f6, and you know. Keep it rolling. f4 does exist. It's a bit double-edged this f4 because it cuts off his bishop on h6 as well. But I still need to figure out what to do with my king for starters. I could castle queenside, but I'm not sure I want to. I want it on f7, but then f5 is now a bit of a nuisance. So I guess I'll just leave it where it is for now. Play a5. He will probably play f5. I'll go bishop f7. And hopefully I'll manage to orchestrate some sort of counterplay with a4. If he wants to put the bishop on c2, he's welcome to do so. Probably all these zeros, alpha 0, lila 0, ground 0, they would have played a3, not a takes b. But this can't be bad either. This is the wrong coffee mug. I have like 5 coffee mugs surrounding me. But it's anybody's guess which one has coffee in it. Every time I want to zip. e5. I was expecting bishop e3. Then I realized that's not a legal move. Then I was expecting f5, but then I thought, okay, then I can take. So that was my train of thought. I guess he wanted to take bishop g7, so might as well put my king on f7 now. He's probably going to take and go f5. But then I can think about g5 or just take on b3. So things are looking good. Let's keep it simple. Stipe is wondering, what do the other coffee mugs have in them? I think they used to have coffee in them, and then they somehow got stuck. Oh, did I say let's keep it simple and then blunder a night? There have been prouder moments, Pramod. Oh boy. This is getting a bit embarrassing. Gotta step it up. So what was I talking about? The contents of the coffee mugs. Now, I think there just used to be coffee in there. And then they were emptied and never taken back to the dishwasher. Pramod MVS is saying, Jan fell for so many cheapos in the Banter Blitz Cup match. You can't hide any of my embarrassing failures from Pramod's all-seeing eyes. He's everywhere. Seems like he shows up once a year. But he has like a Google alert. Because Google registers. Whenever I blunder a piece, the Pramod Google alert goes off and it says, Jan blundered again. And then Pramod is sadly nodding, thinking, yeah, another cheapo this guy fell for. He can no longer teach me anything. I hear you, Pramod. In the meantime, I am, for some reason, a pawn up again. But that could change quickly. For example, if I fell for some cheapo like h5, rook b6, king f7, rook takes f chicks, that's the word. f6 check, which is not unlikely to happen, let's put it that way. I would like to keep that pawn, but it's gonna be tough for me. See, knight e7 has good intentions, but it's falling for the same cheapo. I don't know. Knight d4 looks very wrong. Don't take all my pieces, Frederick Ryan. Please. There's only so much heartbreak I can take in one morning. I should maybe try to put my pieces on light squares. That might make it harder to take them. Or, as we say in Germany, 96 hour them. All I need is a plan. Nah, don't have a plan. Rook ending. Aren't those fun, Freddy? Pretty drawn rook ending, if we're being honest. But who likes honesty? Rook f8, not repeating moves. That's a power move. Okay, all I need is a plan. It's really pretty drawn. Freddy is alert. Uh-oh. Don't stumble on the last hurdles, Freddy. By the way, apologies for calling you Freddy. I mean zero disrespect. Frederick. If he wanted to be called Freddy, he would have chosen Freddy Ryan as his username. Yeah, another good game. Sorry for everything. So, what we have here? We have the master. Wow, that's a mildly disturbing profile pic, isn't it, the master? Also, why does Banterthon not have a profile pic? Or I guess this kind of counts as a profile pic, but barely. Area 51 is asking, Jan, is German a hard language? That's what I'm told. It's my native language, so it's sort of hard for me to judge. I'm told the grammar is ridiculous and the der, die, das, dessen, wessen, dies, das, jenes is very confusing. The pronunciation. I don't think the pronunciation is tough. It's hard. But stuff is pronounced as it's written. So I don't think that's such a biggie. But I'm told the grammar is very tough. Vocabulary-wise, I guess it's close enough to... Is it close enough to anything? I don't really know. I think it's hard. And useless. So learn Spanish, Area 51. Pramon MVS say, got to go. Duty calls. Bye. Duty calls or booty calls? Bye. Catch you all tomorrow. Bye, Pramod. What time is it over there? It's like 2 p.m. You have to go to work. What's going on? Who cares about your chess is asking, hi Jan, how many times can I challenge? I don't know, you can challenge as many as you want, I guess, no? Or just once and your challenge will be in the list, because everybody will be using this Banterthon account. So, I don't think there's a a limit. Should I bring the knight or should I just develop something? Maybe just develop, no? Keep it simple. After all these egregious blunders in the last 2 games, I should try to keep my pieces together. Just for 1 game. That's the goal. He's saying, no keeping your pieces for you, sir. But if I manage not to blunder anything the next 3 moves, then I should be much better, because this bishop on c8 is not... He's not there yet. It can be challenging to get him into the thick of things. b8, he wants to go b6. But nah, I'll continue my keep it simple policy. This might have been keeping it too simple. I just want to take a pawn, the usual. That one, or that one. Any pawn, really. Just like I handle the internet, any pawn will do. He doesn't want to give me any. But I have not yet given up on mission. Take a pawn. I can be pretty persistent when it comes to pawns. The pawn is mine. Keep rooks or trade rooks. I guess in good technical hands, this should be winning. My hands, anybody's guess. Rook b6, rook c7, though, doesn't seem to help. I'm just hoping for king c5, b4 check. That's the amount of my rook ending savvy. It's just good technique. Gotta use some tactics. Sorry, the master. He does send a smiley face. He's not upset. Thanks, the master. Some non-premium challenges here. Can't accept those. Use the Black Friday offerings. Get crushed like the stuntman Mike. Stuntman Mike. Is that the guy from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? What was his name? It's time for the 4 knights. Here comes the bishop, Stunty. Are you a real stuntman? I'm intrigued by stuntman. d6 is playable, but looks a little passive. Can't be too bad. But I'd play knight d4 or bishop d6 or bishop b4. One of those. And by one of those, I do mean knight d4. Harv is saying the genders of nouns are hard to learn in German because they don't follow any rules. Just gotta memorize them for every word. I guess that's true. I don't know. As I said, it's hard if it's your native tongue to have any clue about rules and anything. You just know, don't ya? I am trying to take a pawn from the stuntman. He can try to take one of my pawns in return. After which, you know, it would come down to pawn quality. I'm not sure if this operation was very good instead of d. He had knight takes e4 as well. And now I was relying on this. My point being knight e4, queen g4 looks bad for him. But he could have... Could he have? I was going to say he could have taken on d1, but as I'm saying this I realized that... no, he could have. Knight f6, gf, rook d1, fe. Looks okay. Now he also has queen d5, which I missed too. When after queen g7, bishop f6. I'm not really winning material. His stunts would be paying off. So I need to play some other move after queen d5. I don't know which one yet. Bishop f4, rook d1 or something. Knight f6 on the other hand looks bad because it allows me to take on g7. And yeah, rook f8 is not really what you want in this situation. Vice was saying there are a few rules, but many more exceptions. What are we talking about? German grammar? Der Mond, die Sonne, la luna, le soleil. La lune? Sounds intuitive though, right? I don't know. The moon is male, sun is female. Is that intuitive? I would not know. Subject Delta is saying, how do you feel about people saying ich versus ich? I don't know. I say ich. Who says ich? In the south of Germany? And Farf is saying if you can pronounce... I need to clear my nose for that word. Streichholzschächtelchen, you can learn German. Yeah, I guess that's a tough one, even though I don't think I have Streichholzschächtelchen, which means small matches box. Is that matchbox? Small box full of matches. I don't think that's in my or anyone's active vocabulary. It's just, you know, a word to annoy foreigners, I guess. Streichholzschächtelchen. Well, yeah. I think you guys can do that. Weisvo says, German is very long words, but yeah, that's just the way of writing them. No, in English you just string a bunch of words together, and in German you write them all in one. But it's sort of the same thing. Diablos266 is saying, I always have problems with Bavarian German. Recently someone told me, du kannst mich am Ohr schlecken. I don't think that's what they said. But yeah, that's funny. As for Bavarian German, no one understands what they're saying. I used to have a roommate who was from some Bavarian village, and literally, when he was calling home, I could not understand a single word. I think. We're not supposed to. They have their own code. Who cares about your chess? Keeps asking. Jan, you consider yourself gifted or did you work for your talent? Work for your talent? Does that make sense? I wouldn't know. In general, I'm not a big believer in talent. I like chess when I was a kid. Never felt like work, but I've certainly spent time on it in my younger years. And yeah, I've talked about this. I'm more of a believer. I could be wrong, and I've had smarter people than me disagreeing with this, but of this talent is overrated theory that, yeah, in order to become good, and I'm not calling myself good, no one hates myself more than me, you guys know that, but in order to become, yeah, proficient at something, you do have to put in a lot of hours. And yeah, I guess you're more attracted to stuff that comes sort of easier to you, so that you could count as the talent part, or however you want to call it. Like, usually we don't like to waste our time. Like me going to the gym. I go so often and I can't grow a single muscle. So I guess I'm not a very talented gymnast. But yeah, overall I believe more in hard work than in talent. Some cases I struggle to understand, like I understand Magnus put in a lot of hours, especially as a young man, probably more than all of us. But it's still to justify how freaking good he is with just the work. Or Svidler has so many other things going and is still amazing at chess. And so on and so forth. So I'm not sure it's all about that, and I'm sure it's some combination, but I don't know anybody who has not put in hours. And that doesn't have to mean like sitting down, solving exercises, but you know, thinking about chess, playing, all that good stuff. And to answer the question, I do consider myself a genius. Who shall I play? Too many options. Everybody's awake. What are all you guys doing up? That's amazing. AJ9 from India. What's up, India? Is Thanksgiving a thing in India? I would guess not, no? It's just a US thing. What are the big Indian holidays? That's not me being facetious, just uneducated. Is there such a thing, or does it depend on your area, your religion, whatnot? Or, yeah, just tell me. I don't know anything. Dodgy is saying, we're celebrating the true meaning of Black Friday. What is that? Capitalism? I've seen some pretty sweet sneaker deals out there. I have that's my only real obsession, is like white sneakers. So I have around 15 pairs, and we're running out of space for it. I'm gonna have to get a new sneaker closet, but I can't stop buying sneakers. So I will probably spend the rest of the day checking these Ultra Boost deals. As for this position, AJ played Queen B3, which looks wrong, allowing me CD when he has to recapture with a piece. Sometimes you can do this if you generate enough activity. But I do not think this is one of these cases. I can't see anything. Direct Knight C6 castles doesn't seem to help me too much. So I'll just bring the knight somewhere. Danger Maw is saying Diwali is a big deal for UK-based Indians. Diwali, I've sort of heard of. Was that recently? A lot of countries enjoy becoming free of an oppressive colonial power. Usually us. Yeah, as Germans we don't have any dark spots in our history. So I wouldn't know. So Diwali is celebrating Indian independence? How does it work? Astond is asking, do you have an opinion or experience with the book The Woodpecker Method? It's very highly rated on chessable.com and it's very tempting. No, I don't know anything about it. Generally, I try to avoid any wood-related topics in the morning. And you can't always control it. Sometimes it just comes up. But I'm trying to not get into it. AJ Knight has been playing well after his suspect opening treatment, while I've been pointlessly moving my knight around, so he's probably okay now if he plays e5 or even bishop f3. But I shall never be stopped from pointlessly moving my knight around. Kevin Walker is saying, talk about your chessable projects. Just one project. I did this e4, e5 series. It's getting there. Still some finishing touches left, I would guess. But yeah, I don't know. It's a black repertoire. I worked on it pretty hard because I wrote a lot. I'm not sure if it's good or not, if people will like it. I spent time, I think, yeah. It might be too complicated in some places, too short in others. The usual. I'm a great salesman. But yeah, I think it's coming out whenever. December 9th or something. 9th or something. I really don't like what I did to this position, by the way. Knight c4, knight b5, queen c6, e5. Ooh. Nope. Did not play this well. While AJ keeps playing well. Stop it, AJ. Enough is enough. Mr. Dodgy is saying, can we get Hammer to talk about your chessable project instead? I heard Hammer's E4 series on Chess24, a complete wide repertoire, is literally the best invention since the wheel. And some people are even saying, E4 series Hammer, wheel, So, check that out if you haven't yet. That's the word on the street at the very least. Playing so badly in this game. Normally I think I'm gonna win anyway, which is not a very healthy attitude, because it can make you sloppy and then someone all of a sudden starts playing well. Things can go wrong. But I'm gonna win anyway. Let's face it, AJ. Chemiker1 is asking, is here anybody at the London Chess Classics? I'm not gonna go. I'm not updated on Brexit. Can you still make Brexit jokes? Like, it's always been hard to get to England. But is it getting harder now? What's the status? A5. Good move, Jan. Congratulations. Not sure why. I had some plan. Queen c5, takes, bishop f8, and then I was hoping he'd blunder. Knight b7, but it did not happen. The bishop. Even though bishop c5, knight d2, bishop c5, knight e4, I am not sure how great that is, frankly. Knight back. Yeah, I don't like it that much. Now I can no longer resist. Why didn't I take this pawn? So unlike me. So what can we talk about? I watched The Irishman the other night. Pretty good. I was very confused by digitally rejuvenated Robert De Niro. It's very nicely done. It doesn't look like you can see it's there, but it's not distracting or anything. But it still confused me a little bit. Other than that, I thought it was an excellent movie. Worth the long run time. Yeah, just great. Great Scorsese. Is that how you'd pronounce it? Scorsese stuff. And it was good to see for an old man like me who grew up with all this stuff. Goodfellas. To see all these guys in their 70s. Al Pacino, De Niro, Joe Pesci, Scorsese. Doing one last gangster opus. Yeah, it was really good. That's my review. Really, yeah, pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Can I somehow checkmate Mr. AJ? Will I be capable of that? Currently doesn't really look like. Thanks for the game, AJ9. Danger More 5 saying, Arc spoilers, time to go to work. Yeah, those were some heavy spoilers. De Niro, Pacino, and Joe Pesci are all in the movie. Scorsese directed the movie. I've ruined Danger More's day. Oh boy. Who shall I play next? What about Axti? Area 51 is saying, Jan, hope one day you will make repertoire against Pearts, Modern, and improved Philidor. It's really annoying me, even after Hammer series. That's hard to believe. I heard Hammer series cures everything. Other than that, Area 51, if those are your problems, you are leading a blessed life. What about the Najdorf, the Sveshnikov, the Berlin, the Marshall, the Petrov? That's my list. The Four Knights. The Fortnite. This is a situation where after d5 ed, I have never once in the history of chess seeing anybody not castle. He starts with castles, which is interesting. I guess it's a fine move. But I'm very eager to take pawns. And usually you don't see this, so I'm just curious because I've never looked at this move order. What happens if I take the pawn? Axti. Rook e1 is not really getting the pawn back that far. I did calculate. So I'm not sure if it was just a slip of the hand. Because I've literally had this position 18 million times. Once someone played bishop d2. The other 17,999,999 times. People played e takes d. I castled and they castled. So I'm curious. Maybe this move order is fine. It feels a bit shady to take this pawn. But I have not checked it out. Kevin Walker is saying, no, queen e1. Is that a thing, Kevin Walker? Is that what you guys discuss in your little meetings? Your four knights, how can we force a draw with white meetings? Who knew? As for me, I have simple dreams. Keep the pawn. Or give it back for a good position. Nah, I'd rather keep it. But can I? Not gonna be so easy. I can, but with some clumsy moves involved. Still, at this point, it's a matter of pride for the Pawn Grabbers Guild. The PGG. Now I have to give it back. It's painful. But unfortunately, it has to be done for the greater good. Oh, he doesn't want it. All right. Would you repair my pawns, sir? I'm not sure if AB is an obvious decision, but it looks correct to me. Just, capture towards the center, and after CB, CB makes sense too. C7 is no longer under attack. Really not sure. Maybe CB is good. My intuition says AB, but my intuition is also a bit of an idiot. Usually wants to take pawns. Now after rook b6 I should go cb, not to run into any rook b6, ab, rook a1 unpleasantness, but I can do that. Should have played c4, and so rook a1 at least try to harass Mr. Bishop. Because you know how I am, XD. I don't like to share or to give back pawns. It's just, a bit of a character flaw. Axty. I really feel about pawns the way Ash feels about Pokemon. I want them all. Another timely reference. What's going on here? More pawns? Or are you setting a devious trap? Keep them coming, Axty. H4. Why? Why not take? Axty does not love pawns the way I do. Alright, I'm willing to give some back. Just because we're friends, Axty. The usual flawless technique. Can one of you idiots queen eventually? Do I have to like bring my knight back? Is that what's gonna come to? Still resigns. I was actually having doubts how to win. It should be winning, of course, but the knight on the rim. Is grim, dim, slim? Not sure. Thanks for the game, Axti. And we shall continue playing against Pierre Fitzgerald Kunrad Jacobs. d4, d5, knight f3, e6. Here we go. What's going on? A lot of non-premiums in the chat. Today's your chance, boys. Save 40%. That's what, for a monthly thing, it costs like $6, and you get the fantastic chance to play all the great chess experts, including Jon Ludwig Hammer, present in this Banterthon. And watch all the great video series, including Jon Ludwig Hammer's, present in the Chess24 premium package. So, Win-Loss is saying, I like your interview with Nakamura. Are we going to see more top player interviews? I doubt it. I did some with Magnus, Giri. You never know what the future brings. Boris X saying, he has been some thought about removing castling, hence my comment. Or was that Kramnik's thing? Is he saying, I'm retired now, guys, I'm bored, please change the rules so I'm entertained? I didn't quite follow it. Sionne is saying, the FIDE World Cup commentary with Jan, Magnus and Fress is busted on YouTube. Can someone from Chess24 fix it, please? It's a pity if not. If anybody from Chess24 is watching, what's going on there? Can we fix it so Sionne can rewatch that commentary? Pierre Fitzgerald Kunrad Jacobs keeps pushing his queenside pawns, but he's sort of neglected the center. So this position should be pretty bad for him, actually. Mr. Dodgy weighing in with wisdom. No idea how removing castling makes it more exciting. The Berlin is a thing. It's very true. Siona is saying the audio and video on that video are not in sync. Thank you. I think it's part of the charm. You can treat it as both an audio podcast and a silent movie. That's the way Chess24 videos are supposed to be consumed. But try to put the audio and video together? Nah. It's not how we roll. I hate sleeping is saying, why do you hate sleeping? Sleeping is literally the best thing other than Plants vs. Zombies that I've found on this planet. Sleeping and Plants vs. Zombies Wacebreaker. Those are my two passions. And white sneakers. So why do you hate sleeping? He's saying, hello, how are you, sir? Sleep is a waste of time. I disagree. I think sleeping can drastically prolong your life and make you live life more fully in your waking hours. And that's from someone who doesn't sleep very much. Give me some pawns, Pierre Fitzgerald, Kunrad Jacobs, all this pushing your queenside and jumping around with the knights has been cute. But it's time to put up or shut up. Area 51 is asking, do you play Plants vs. Zombies, Jan? How do you think I'm spending my days? I'm on my phone. I'm playing Plants vs. Zombies Vacebreaker. Like, what's a fair number? Not to exaggerate. On average, I would say 45 minutes per day. During one of my commutes, if I go somewhere, if I have my flat white after the gym. That's right, I work out. So yeah, I've spent a lot of time. At some point I had a discussion with my friend Paco Vallejo, and he wasn't being facetious, he was actually sort of calling me out on it. He's saying, one day when you face whoever it is, God, Petrus, the ground, you have to explain. So, what did you find on Earth? Best I found was Plants vs. Zombies Vacebreaker. And he was arguing. And I think at that point, he also was right. I don't think it's true now, because I just did this series and I looked at a lot of chess, that I was looking much more at Plants vs. Zombies Vacebreaker than at chess theory. As mentioned, that has been rectified. But yeah, I've played a lot of Plants vs. Zombies over the last 10 years. Chalition is saying, are you depressed sometimes, Mr. Gustafsson? I'm not sure if that is a joke. There is no happier camper on me, as long as I'm on heavy medication. No one could be happier. I've upped my drug intake. And no, I don't take anything bad. But I've been studying nutrition, as you guys can see. And as part of it, I self-diagnosed, as everyone should, that I lack some vitamins, so I'm taking all kinds of stuff now. D3, B12, so hard to, it's like remembering chess squares, G6, G4, who can tell? D3, B12, K something, probably K9, HTP5. Now I just need like the one drug that replaces all vegetables. And I'm sure you've invented it in the US and A. But I'm getting very serious about nutrition. So soon I'll just be a walking pharmacy. I also heard that probiotics are good for, I don't know, for something, for your digestion. So I will mainly try to survive on yogurt and miso soup from now on. One thing where I can't get to, I've also heard, and a lot of it is conflicting information, but I've heard that organ meats are really good for you. Ugh. I don't wanna. Ugh. But yeah, this is the current state of my research. Kevin Walker is saying vitamin D3 should not be taken without checking blood levels. You could not be more wrong, Kevin Walker. Vitamin D3 should be taken a lot because, I don't know why. The man on my podcast said so. He said, no son, take the D. Maybe he meant something else. Take the D. Oh no, this would get dirty if I complete that thought. Anyway, thanks for the tip, Kevin Walker. My blood levels are excellent though. I recently went to some doctor when I thought I had, I was going to say herpes, but that would be too much of a lie. And they checked my blood levels and they said, you, sir, have great blood levels. You have the best blood levels. You have the best words, the best blood levels. You are the healthiest Banter Blitzer there ever has been in the history of Banter Blitzes. Those were his exact words. Beto 29. Nah, we don't make that joke. But yeah, it's agreeing on the blood levels thing. As mentioned, I have the best blood levels. Electro Rush is saying, can I get some of your blood, Jan? That's probably doable. I've sold bodily fluids before. Like, sounds like an easy way to make some money. Beto29 is saying it was based on kindness. Yeah, fair enough. What's your blood type? I have a very rare blood type. Honestly, I don't know. Should one know one's blood type? I think it's, I don't know what's in English. A rhesus, I don't know what the rhesus stands for, rhesus pieces. Negative, is that a thing? I hate sleeping, saying I'm B plus. Well, that's, not a humble characterization of yourself. But at least you didn't say A minus. So, not blaming you. Sveshnikov. No bigger Sveshnikov expert than me. At least with a rhesus negative blood types. Dr. Heff is saying always be positive. And Kevin keeps saying, haha, but seriously, excessive fat soluble vitamins are dangerous. That's a problem with nutrition. Like, there's so much stuff, so many different opinions, so many blah, blah, blah. I think it's probably a good idea, and we probably don't do it enough, to have your blood levels checked once in a while. Then again, you know how doctors are these days. They don't have time to sit down with me, listen to all my problems, all my nutritious wishes. They're saying, yeah, hi, do you need me to sign anything? The average doctor in Germany, and that is a made-up stat, spends 7 minutes with a patient and interrupts him after 17 seconds of speaking. So I really need a shrink to talk about my blood levels. Or maybe some... Do you guys have that? Is that a German thing, this homeopathy? This fake medicine, which is relying on the placebo effect. And some smart people will argue placebo effect is the real medicine because your body has amazing self-healing power. So if you just make it believe in, that can be healed. That's all it needs. Spitting out controversial takes here. Sorry, I've been listening to too much stuff. As you know, I never have any controversial opinions. Or, as other people call them, opinions. Because I just want to please everyone. And I do not mean to offend anybody. Ever. And nowadays, having an opinion. Very often you can offend people. That's not my offension. I just want to checkmate you all. And be universally beloved. By everyone but myself, because I hate myself and I am very depressed and I can barely live with myself and I do not have any friends, which probably is a problem. No sun, not enough vitamin D3, no friends. But other than that, thank you for your support. Mr. Dodger is saying maybe a doctor could do a podcast. That's a fantastic idea. Why haven't doctors discovered podcasts? Walker saying, I take D3 myself. I just love the D. Yeah, I went in a similar direction earlier, but then I stopped myself because there was also some part about D3 and where the sun don't shine. You know, this is a family show. We're not going there. We're not even thinking it. Chemica 1, he probably knows all about the vitamin D. He's a chemist. Bert Patzer is saying, I am for always still have think now Jan Gustafsson really chest banter awesome. Best for the do like gift. Thanks a lot, Bert Patzer. Chemica A3. Should I go D5? Probably not winning, but might open up the position so I can take some stuff somewhere, which would be nice. Poppig is saying, never caught these streams before. What have you been doing during the first 10 Banterthons? The first 202 episodes of Banter Bliss with Jan Gustafsson. Poppig. This is not like you're late to the party, but we're glad you're here. Here, you will get accused for not having seen everybody's full body of work. So it's not really a welcoming environment. It's not like an AA situation here. It's more like an asshole situation. See, my banter is getting worse. Stand-up comedy is gonna have to wait. Chemica 1. Come on, just blunder some peace already. Who has the time? We do have 34 hours, but other than that, give me something. Still hanging around. Has not even given me a full pawn yet. The pawn might be coming. But at what price? Kinda Sarah saying, we're at this level of commentary after less than 2 hours. This will end well. Don't you worry. Lawrence Trent will take over soon. And everything will become more chessy, more mild-mannered, more, content-driven. And Mr. Dodgy is saying, strike one. Why? What did I do? I want an explanation of the strike, and I want to be able to challenge strikes that I think are unjust. Like in the NBA, where you get one coach's challenge per game, or I think in this format should be per 38 minutes, in order to maybe have video proof, and then you can convince the referees that you did nothing wrong. Because we all know the job of the moderators is to moderate the commentators and give them strikes if they do something out of line. But I have done no such thing, and I demand proof for your accusations. Kenny Patz is saying commentators can't challenge mods. Those are the current rules, but doesn't it seem like an unfair, oppressive system to the poor commentators that just want to talk nonsense for a couple hours, and then you know how hard it is to go thousands of hours in these current times we're living in, talking nonsense, trying to entertain without saying something that digs yourself so deep a hole that you can't get out of it. It's borderline impossible, let's face it. And therefore, I think we deserve so much respect in the commentating chess art. I like to call it an art. That the moderators, with all their power, should be really, really careful handing out strikes for honest, hard bantering commentators. Just trying to entertain without offending, without earning that shitstorm that is always just around the corner. Because it's impossible to please everyone and their sensitivities. Therefore, at some point, we will all say something that we can't come back from. We have a very limited window for commentating. And to have that closed by undeserved strikes is just breaking my heart. Come on, take Chemiker. Can't fool a Chemiker. He's a chemist. But you can flag a Chemiker. What? Strike two? Mr. Dodger is saying we are less AA and more assholes. That's a replay where frankly a-holes made more sense. Yeah, I'm not a comedian. I did not get the wording right. But that's like, you know how comedians are always complaining about, this is not my special, this is me rehearsing new material. It's not going to be good. It's going to be crap for like a year. And then hopefully it's going to be good once I sell it to Netflix. That's how I feel. Now I know should have been a-holes, not the full word. And I would like to apologize, but I still do not accept the strike. Especially the second one. What was the second one for? Let's play Matthias 1983, because he's a FIDE master. Those are the rules. And thanks for the game, Chemiker 1. Mr. Dodgy is saying, it's been 5 years. Yeah. Since my last strike? Since what? Shitstorm is an unacceptable phrase in polite society. That is fair enough. Wow, Matthias has really done his homework. Plays Queen E2 like the cool kids. Congratulations, sir. So the strikes is really not just for the content, but just for the words. But what are the rules here? Like we've discussed this topic in the past. in a PG-13 movie, you get one F word, and I think probably more than one S word, no? And by S word, I mean both the S word and the ASS word. Because, everyone that would be offended by this word cannot spell. Those are rules. So yeah, I need like maybe the moderators out there could write a guide of the words that are acceptable, and in what frequency. I think that would help everybody to avoid misunderstandings, and so we don't have to make thinly veiled sexual references, but can just put it out there in the accepted doses. I'm just trying to make the world a better place here, boys and girls. While Matthias clearly has no such interest, plays Queenie 2, and he could not give a... What word is acceptable here? See? A flying fly about making the world a better place. Sorry to call you out, Matthias, but you know that it's true. Flying duck. I could have said flying duck. That would probably have been better than flying fly. Or whatever I said. The thing about this version of the King's Indian is all King's Indian are evil and should be prohibited. But the thing about this particular one is the knight on D1 is really silly. It's, like funny knight. Funky duck. All right, Matthias, let's get some action in this. Again, looking for a word. Candidate Patzer is saying, and if you're on YouTube, when you get flagged for kids, we couldn't comment chat. That would be a great pity, because we all know that YouTube chats and comments is what's holding modern society together and keeping all of us sane. And also, get flagged for kids sounds very wrong. I heard nowadays there's a lot of problems with hate speech or alleged hate speech, which is what Mr. Dodgy is doing to me here. On YouTube as well, right? It's very complicated because of course, you don't want all this filth out there on the streets of the internet. But it's also tough to grant so much power on deciding what the filth is and what not the filth is to individuals that, frankly, have not been vetted very well, like Mr. Dodgy. Do we even know who he is? Does he really exist? Does he live in Sweden? Is he English? What do we know? Who can we trust? Don't take my pawns, Matthias. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to live with you having that pawn, even though begrudgingly. Offers a draw. That is funny, sir. I do not chuckle lightly. That one. You might have a good position, but why? We're not going to learn anything. This comes from the biggest coward to ever roam the streets of tournament chess. But draw offers in blitz, I never really saw the grace. I'm very brave in blitz. Very cowardly in tournament chess. Give a little bit. Give a little bit of your pins to me. Draw, sir? Boy. After my brave speech. I planned Queen H5 here. I just sort of, had troubles with what moves are legal and which ones aren't. Good old problem. This is gonna be tough. Queen is normally a lot to overcome. But of course I shall try. And if at first I don't succeed, I'll dust myself off and try again. Queen is too much. C4, trying to close the position. Whatever makes you happy. The queen is just too much. It's just too much. So hard to overcome. Ugh, I should not let his pieces out. Queen is just too much. I'm gonna lose. It's time to face the cold, harsh reality. Counterplay. Great counterplay. Bishop E1. Queen is just too much. Those are impossible odds to overcome. It's a queen. They're big pieces. Some say the biggest. Big tactician too. Oop. He offers a draw. What's with the draw offers? You already have a queen. What else do you want? Ugh. The battle is heating up. Yeah, that was a good game against Matthias 1983. Tough fight. I should not have blundered the queen. But what am I going to say? That's my finest win yet. Thanks for the game, Matthias 1983. Let us play more games. Did I earn a strike? Did I say something wrong? I got so immersed in the battle. And Mr. Dodgy is saying, I propose we follow Ofcom's rating of swear words. Let me look it up. Every British swear word, but no one even knows British swear words. Like, bird, is that a swear word in Britain? Who knows? No, we need an American standard for these things. We need the world police to, or maybe no longer. to police the swear words too. Like Minger? I have no idea what that is. I would assuming it's some words that are strong on this list sound very, very mild to me. I'm not sure how many strikes I'll get, but twat? That's strong? There's this Brad Pitt movie. There's the word Ali G uses every time he opens his mouth, and that is a real person. No, I challenge that list. I do not accept it. I've watched enough The In-Betweeners to know that kids are using all these words and worse, while I'm playing Veldes Janssons. Veldes, are you there? How's my coffee supply? Carnicero is correctly pointing out that it's sort of wrong of the British to create their own version of the English language. I could not agree more. Also, language is supposed to emerge. It's a living, breathing thing. So at some point, we should accept maybe that word is not cutting it. Just say. Just a food for thought, as Bogdan Alic likes to say. Oh, City, very deep. All these deep strategies out there always give me anxiety. Because to me, none of this makes any sense. But I'm sure there's someone somewhere who's put deep thought into this and thought, you know what? The double pawns, they will control lots of squares. And we will win all the chess games. And wow, I'm hearing Lawrence Trent is ready for the takeover. The break's over. It's him, God chess player, Lawrence Trent over. That didn't work. After this game. So, I will stop after playing this game against Valdis. There will maybe, just maybe, be a tiny break. While Lawrence, I believe he's in London. In case you haven't heard of London, it's the capital of the United Kingdom, I think. While Lawrence takes over. And then I hope you have a blast for, the next 6 to 8 hours. Area 51 is saying, can I play with you in the end, Jan? There's gonna be a lot more of banter blitzing. I'll be back at 5 a.m. That's the time to be alive. Then I'll have a 5-hour shift till 10 a.m. And I'll also have some civil time, I think near the end, 6 till 8 p.m. tomorrow or something. Now this thing will keep going for the next 33 hours. 52 minutes and 20 seconds. 58 minutes, 20 seconds. That's the plan. So Valdez, he has been generous with his pawns. But if he checkmates me, what am I going to do with all these pawns? This is thinking about knight d6, bishop d6, queen g7. Don't do it. It's gonna backfire. Don't do it. Do not do it. Make a move. He did not do it. I wish I could castle, but it's not legal. Unfortunately, those are the rules of chess. Chess is a simple game. We each start with 8 pawns, and whoever takes more of the opponent's pawns wins in the end. Valdis. Vadis. I think I did well on the pawn count. And JBM is saying, at Galactic, j'imagine qu'il va falloir être patient vu le nombre de transactions attendues aujourd'hui et le bac possible sur les prolongations. Sorry to hear that. I hope things will get fixed. Panther Zero is wondering, Jan, what are your thoughts on the San Antonio Spurs? They're 6-13 this season so far. Yeah, frankly, we've expected them, and by we, I mean me and the basketball podcast I listen to collapse for like the last, I don't know, 5 years. They never do. Or 15 years, you could say. They never do. So now it's like, show me. Obviously, not taking 3-pointers in this modern day and age and trying to get away with playing DeMar DeRozan. And, I think he's the main culprit. Extended minutes. It's going to be tough. But I still believe. So, on that very useful note, that was my first section of the Banterthon 2019. Thank you guys so much for watching, for attending the morning shift or the night shift if you're in America, or the lunch shift if you're in India. I don't know time zones. Lawrence Trent, the great Lawrence Trent, will take over in the not so distant future, and then the show will continue running until Saturday night. Go Premium, 40% off, code BFF, not just one F, 2019, and partake in all the fun. Thanks for watching.